All right, welcome back. We're on deck. This is number 9. Hoping Muldoon here gets us the houses we want. We're going to follow the same type of opening style we did last time. I think that worked really well. And this time, we got Purple Archon, Lobo the Paranoid. We have Logos, Untamed, Shadows. So we like Logos. Untamed can be good, and Shadows has kind of been hit or miss. So we're going to get it flipped over and see what's in it. Okay, we're back. Start off with Logos. Okay, we start off with a Chronophage as the rare. Really great card. So opponents, creatures, and artifacts gain Omega. This card is the biggest target in the entire deck, most likely. Opponents have to remove this, otherwise they basically don't get to play anymore. Forgive and Forget. Archive, if you get to choose one, archive 2 cards of 2 different types from your discard pile. Purge up to 2 cards from each discard pile. This can be incredible. Archiving used cards is really great. And we have 2 of those, so really great card. We have an artifact Mecha Buoy. At the start of each player's turn, if the tide is high for that player, they gain 1. So this is a tide effect that affects both sides of the board. I've seen multiple Mecha Buoy decks. They're really good. This is not one of them. The next card is the Bilge Warden. Tide is high, your opponent raises the tide. Otherwise, you raise the tide. So this is a way to pull the tide back, no matter what. So Bilge Warden works really great with Mecha Buoy, obviously. We have Infomorph as a reprint. We have Information Exchange, so reprint there, steal 1, possibly 2. So there's 2 Information Exchanges, which is great. Old Egad is 1 power, 2 armor. And Destroyed can ward his neighbors. Could be good with the Chronophage. Also, protecting the Bilge Warden could be nice. Alright, we have a Phase Shift, reprint, but nice. Static Charge, an upgrade that you'd most likely play on your opponent's creature, but still good. And then we have Talmage Steelheart. So, not much to say about her other than that she can have a pretty high power once things get going. Alright, so we're going to cover up Logos and go to Shadows. Almost showed you the whole deck. Which kind of defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. Alright, in Shadows, we have a Little Nif as a reprint. Old Bruno is a reprint, but we like him as a play capture 3. It's a pretty good card there. The next card is Cement Shoes. It's an action. Play 2 damage to creature. If it destroys that creature, raise a tide. So a nice way to raise the tide while already in Shadows. Francis the Economist reprint is terrible. So 2 terrible cards. We have Gas Pipes Malone. Creature. He says before fight, the creature Gas Pipes Malone fights captures 1 from its own side. I can tell you that after looking across the table at a Gas Pipes Malone, I don't like him, and I try to get rid of him. We have 2 Gas Pipes Malones. There's a Hard Simpson. Hard Simpson says after he's dealt damage, steal 1. If the tide is low, your opponent steals 1 instead. That's any damage. So fight into something, don't kill it. Might be able to get you some Amber stolen. It's okay. We have 2 Hard Simpsons. We have Hornswoggle, which is enhanced. Hornswoggle is used an enemy artifact as if it were your own, I think. So we have 2 of those, and then we have a Shoulder Id. I'm really happy with the Logos house here. I think the Shadows house leaves a little something to be desired, but can't have everything, right? Alright, so let's go to the next one here. Go into our Untamed. So we'll just do this one this way. How about that? Alright. First card is Fuzzy. Alright, we all know Fuzzy Gruen. We know it, we love it. We have a Fangtooth Cavern. I'm not sure how Fangtooth Cavern is going to work in this deck. The Bilge Warden is really low power, and we really need it. Gas Pipes is low power, so Fangtooth might be a discard here. We have a Gebuk destroyed, replaces itself, maybe. Kangafant is a card I personally love, so I'm always happy to see Kangafant. Nice reap control. Spore Gorger. I think this is my first Spore Gorger. So he has reap. Give Spore Gorger a +1 power counter. You may remove each +1 power counter from Spore Gorger. For each counter removed this way, do 1 damage to each other creature. It's an effect that happens everywhere. Luckily, there's not a lot of Captured Amber here, so maybe this does something. Then the Herd is, I think it's the least 4 powerful creatures in the owner's deck, so that's most likely our creatures. So that could be weird. All Tied Up is a nice way to change tide, so that's cool. Deepwater Gruen, very similar to Fuzzy Gruen with the tide effect. You saw Keyfrog, he's a reprint. You have a Mollymawk, is play, destroy an artifact. I like that a lot. Persistence Hunting, nice way to shut down your opponent's board, assuming that you're playing different house. Or no, it doesn't matter, it's his enemy creature, so. Nice way to get an Untamed turn in without too much consequence. And then the last card is the Witch of the Dawn. Witch of the Dawn is return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. Could be good with the Gruen or Deepwater Gruen, Keyfrog. Even Mollymawk in some ways. I don't see any cards other than Old Bruno that we'd be interested in bringing back with Witch of the Dawn. But yeah, Chronophage would be a nice one that we'd want to bring back if we were going to play Logos on the next turn. So yeah, overall, happy to see Logos. I think that the Untamed house is okay. There's definitely some anti-synergy here within the Herd. Gebuk is always kind of a dead card to me, and I don't think Fangtooth Cavern is a play here. The Shadows house is also really forgettable, I think. But I've been wrong before, so stay tuned, and we'll get to the game and see you shortly. All right, everyone, we're here. We're jumping right in. We have the Lobo the Paranoid. Alright, so what do we got here? Board Wipe, Lava Ball, Blow the Titans. Control the Weak Gateway. Okay. It looks like a pretty tame Coda deck. I'm just throwing this deck out there. I have almost no clue what I'm doing with it. But we're kind of just gonna go cards plus board and see what happens. I'm hoping like the Logos efficiency and will just push us forward. Play an artifact. No, it's a mother. Pretty good. We'll go ahead and go Shadows. Play Shoulder, play Gas Pipes Malone. Hornswoggle for an Amber. And we'll Cement Shoes the Mother. Pass. Okay. We have the gas pipes in there for a steal and play a hard Simpson. It's pretty good. We could archive these 2 cards too, which would be nice. Are there any artifacts here we'd like to use? I know this is terrible that I use this like this, but sorry. Okay, we got a Smoko. Playing a Time Traveler. Be kind of nice to purge the Time Traveler, wouldn't it? Oh, we can't fight. Alright, well, Logos isn't bad here. Play the Bilge Warden to raise the tide to our side. We're gonna play a Static Charge here. We'll information change to steal 1. Archive Cement Shoes and Hornswallow. There's no artifacts. The Bauble. The library, I guess. There's nothing in his we want to purge. We'll do this. And we'll archive these 2 cards. Oop. I don't know what happened there. I only got 1 card in my archive, so something seemed weird. Huh. Archive 2 cards of different types. I see, I had all actions. That is not how that card works. Noted. Okay, our opponent, call Brobnar. We will respond in kind with our Untamed and just make him answer it. They basically have to fight into it. That is a big mother. Shoe Shadows. Could Cement Shoes something, maybe? We lost 2 from the Grenade Snib. We go to 4 Amber. Or if they don't do anything, I mean, most likely Kangafant doesn't survive this turn. Gotta be careful about Reaping, and don't forget about your own Kangafant triggers. Within the Herd is probably a discard here. Get punched. Fire Splitter, yeah. Yep, so I think we're gonna play Shadows. Pull Archives. I'm gonna reap here. I was thinking about using gas pipes to go into the flame spitter. Let's not. I mean, you have to take out this old Bruna now. It's got 3 of your amber, dude. Get gatewayed. Get gatewayed, bro. What? Oh, yeah. Guess not. Ooh. Does he make me play Logos, or does he make me play Untamed? Certainly he's not making me play Shadows again. Untamed. Okay. That's fine, bro, but you only get one. I'm not playing Cola Herd, that's for sure. Because that would be... Yeah, I mean, this is basically a turn skip. I'll just take that back. I got a 3, a 2, and a 3. Yeah, it'd be all my stuff. Discard that. You forge, you jerk. What I really need is my chronophage. Where is it? There it is. This game's not over. Got a big Logos turn here. What do I want to archive? I just take Shadows. Do Shadows and set up the Logos play for later. Playing a lot of Brobnar stuff right now. That's strange. I feel like you have a gateway. I'm not going for that. I don't care about this stuff. You just have to answer it. So yeah, my game plan here, just I'm not talking enough, is he only played, he called Brobnar and played 2 cards. And he had a lot more cards in his hand. I'm thinking one of them is a gateway to Dis, and he's trying to bait me out into playing a bunch of cards. And so I did that, but it's a bunch of shadow stuff that I don't care about. But if he doesn't do something about it, I'm just going to reap the rest of the game out and win. What is this? Sacrificial altar. Purge a friendly human creature if you do click it. I'm just not familiar with this card. Okay, he didn't answer it. So we are going to keep playing shadows. If you have 6 creatures in one house, just reap your way to victory. That's all you really have to do. Our Logos turn's getting better and better when we have to take it. Keyhammer. Okay. Cool. I don't get keyhammered very often, so that's kind of fun. Oh, they fought the shoulder, so I stole one. Oops. Probably didn't mean to do that. But using the... Oh, they don't have a... They have Library of Damn, they don't have Lash. That's what you'd really like to have here is Lash of Broken Dreams. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna play Logos. I'm gonna play Information Exchange to steal one. I'm gonna play a Mecha Buoy. Forgive and Forget. Archive 2 cards of different types. He's not drawing very much. I'm gonna archive 2 cards. Village Warden and Information Exchange. Because I'm gonna want to keep calling Logos. Now, there's the Chronophage. Now, Mecha Buoy says, start of each player's turn. If tide is high, they gain 1. So, right away, next turn. Ooh, we get Principled. Ouch. Nice job. Return a creature power from your discard. I like Kangafant here. Just okay, a lot of creatures. All right. We'll force a blue key. We're just racing right now. Play an Untamed. No. Play the Gruen. Play All Tied Up. Play a Key Frog. Play a Witch of the Dawn to bring back the Kangafant. Kangafant also gets played. We're gonna reap for 1. Going to check. Deal with it. Yep. You got a problem here, my friend. You gotta deal with that Kangafant if you want to reap. And if you do that, you're in Logos, and then you're not stopping me. Which, by the way, you have to take off. I'm effectively at 7 because of the Mecha Buoy. This deck's fun. I wish the Shadows House was better, but I like everything else. I love Kangafant so much. He's just... I just love putting cards on the board and telling my opponent, you deal with it. Persistence Hunting's really good here too, for Logos. If they take me off check here, I'm gonna play Logos. Yeah, they call it GG. Yeah, good game. And just out of curiosity, we'll check our SAS rating here. $71. So yeah, handily beating a 71 SAS Coda deck, which isn't that great, but still, I mean, what does that make this deck? I don't know. pretty good. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Um, we didn't get off the chronophage here, but we did just see the value of having a deck with a lot of creatures in it against a deck with one board wipe. And, if the opponent would have had to take the Tide back, they would have been chained. It would have been harder for them to draw. They kept a Mother out the entire game. And I don't think the static charge hurt them all that much. So I think it's a really good example of how the just some of the newer sets are just doing things that the older decks just have no idea what they're doing. But more to come, guys. Thanks for watching.